So let's move on to AJ's pick of the week, and this is in the metals sector. The iShares Silver ETF, ticker symbol SLV. We
Yeah,
don't
this
often
one,
go into ETFs that much.
no, but I like them. ETFs, exchange traded funds. This is the silver one, so precious metals. This is specifically trying to give us an idea of the price of silver on the stock market. So, an exchange traded fund, it's not like a traditional stock, meaning we can't look at the fundamentals so much. But if you do research in the commodities market, then that plays over here. But looking at the pattern, and this one came up in our members only discussion last night. And so, looking at this particular candidate, it's got the patterns we like. And I have to tell you, because this one has been on our watch list for almost 2 decades. We've been following the silver. If I go back and I show you guys like a 2-year chart or even a 10-year chart, where each one of these bars represents a whole month of time, you can see that silver has pretty much stayed at the same price. Maybe there's 1 or 2 months of gains or 1 or 2 months of drops. But for the most part, silver just stays at the same price. And so what's nice about that is it's a beautiful candidate for selling premium. Now, there is, because silver is traded, especially this ETF is traded at all times of the day and night by all people around the world. You can see that there's a lot of after hours trading that causes silver to gap up and gap down. And that makes it a little bit more difficult for us to get our timing signals. But the pattern is there. And if we just focus on, selling premium on either side of the center zone, it doesn't look like you could go wrong on silver. And so we're getting this opportunity to buy some of this ETF. And I know a lot of folks who wouldn't mind having this ETF in their portfolio for the long term. So we're getting to a point, and we haven't gotten the confirming signal yet, but we're getting to a point where we might want to pick up some shares of the SLV. It's at a nice price. And because it's an ETF, it's got all sorts of excitement around the options. So if I go to this option expiring on the third Friday of November, you can see we've got 12,121 contracts, and there's only a penny between the bid and the ask. That means it's a very active options chain. You're not going to have any problems buying and selling options for this particular security. So, it passes all of our tests for being one of those positions where you own the stock and then you just keep selling premium against it every time it hits a top. So I wanted to highlight it today, Sip, because we're about to get a signal any day now that says we're at a low in the channel and it might be time to buy some of this stock.
And it's at that sweet, sweet price point, right? Between like 15 and 20, which makes, developing these strategies fairly affordable for, a variety of these smaller accounts who want to get involved in putting on a position like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one more thing, you'll notice that in the options chain, it's trading every 50 cents. And so you've got so much granularity. There's so much you can do strategy wise on this particular symbol. I mean, this would be a base position in my portfolio if I was
Sure.
somebody else.
All right. So